Whew. Well, good evening, good people. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. It is the weekend, and I have to say it was nice seeing David Wiley in the chat, having prime time, having game time there on the channel, and discussing the Dallas Cowboys and the state of the Dallas Cowboys. Is it just me, or does it seem like every day there is a new drama? That every day it's a new gotcha thing that's going on. Every day it's a new player that's coming in to replace somebody else. Every day it's a new slander on a player that's actually played well. Every day it's something crazy that the Joneses have said. Every day it's a new revelation of something that happened with the Packers game. Every day it's the ineptitude of the Dallas Cowboys. Every day it's something crazy and bad with the Cowboys. You know, the thing that's crazy is, you would think that the Dallas Cowboys are the only team out there. Could you imagine if Rasheed Rice were a Dallas Cowboy and had to turn himself into the police after being involved, after being involved in an accident that had 13 people involved, 6 cars going 121 miles an hour. Could you imagine if that was the Cowboys? Now, we got Micah Parsons, who, of course, is working out with a boxing guy where they're basically taking gut shots and stuff. And that a guy who's got over 40 sacks in his first 3 years, that guy, he's a nuisance. He needs to go. That every time when it comes to contracts, that the Cowboys, they talk about how much they love guys and how much, they want them here, but for some reason have a hard time writing checks. I don't understand this, because I'm sitting here thinking about Jamar Chase. I'm sitting here thinking about Justin Jefferson. I'm thinking about James Waddle. I'm thinking about all of these wide receivers right now that are due to get paid. That as they start filling in the contracts, that CeeDee Lamb is going to cost more. I sit here and I think about people talking about how Dak Prescott is, at the top of the market of being paid. In reality, his contract is only $40 million a year. That his contract was $160, and now you got guys that are over $250, that are $275 million, that are averaging $55 million a year. But nobody talks about how those contracts that are paying the quarterback more being a problem. That people don't see the issues are money managing and accounting. I remember having a discussion recently with my daughter about salary. I said, it doesn't matter how much money you make, it's what you do with your money. Because everything's relative. If you make $100,000 a year and you spend $100,000 a year, and you end up charging $20,000 in credit cards, you're a broke ass. If you say make $50,000 a year and spend 40 and save 10, well, guess what? You're going to be in much better shape because you're saving money. You're not charging up debt that you've got to pay over the course of time, where you're basically paying the minimum because you don't have enough money to pay your other bills. It's not how much money you have, it's what you do with it. And herein lies with the Cowboys when we hear Stephen Jones say, well, we spend the maximum. Yeah, but when you got $16 million in dead money, some of which is a guy who won't be on your roster for the last 2 years. When you have dead money for a guy that you never should have signed to a long-term contract, who tore his ACL after declining in yardage 2 years straight, then there you have a problem. These are the things that we have to look for and think about. From what I hear, the thing that Stephen Jones hates the most is when people talk about how incredible Hoe Roseman is with free agency and managing the cap. And I have to agree. He is doing circles around Catboy. But that's not to say that Hoe Roseman is perfect, because Hoe Roseman is making up for his poor drafting. You remember how many wide receivers they went through drafting in the first and second round before they finally got Devontae Smith? He finally had to go out and say, I need to get me a starting wide receiver because I can't draft one. He has to make up for his mistakes in the draft by being great at getting free agents. So yeah, Steven, you suck at the cap. And instead of admitting that you suck at it, you keep trying to do the same thing over and over again. I can't believe that I'm sure somebody who really knows how to do the cap is more than a few $100,000 a year. And that guy would be worth his weight in gold in what he could do to help this team win. I have no idea what 3 players will have been added to the roster by this time next Friday. We'll be in a holding pattern in the first round on Saturday because we don't have a pick in the 4th round unless somehow we trade up in there. But we're going to need to do really, really well with the draft. And that's all I got to say about that. Well, good people, I'm tired. I'm real tired. And I'm going to carry this old ass to bed. As always, remember, tell the people you love how much you love them.
Love you.
I love you, baby. Looking good all the time. And be careful out there. There's a lot of craziness in the world. And don't let crazy get you. Whew. The draft is next week. Wow. Peace out, good people.